Before you watch the following video, a word of caution. I regret everything I did say, but not because I'm being pressured by any kind of international lobby, be that pharmaceutical, political, ideological. I deny their existence, but I regret saying what I did because I do not think it is not true. Okay, so careful when you watch this video. If I could, I would delete it, but I cannot. And if I knew how, I wouldn't be sure if I would. So please bear these words in mind when you watch the following minutes. Oh, I am getting very political. I know, but well, the times sometimes call for it, and I'm not talking about a newspaper in particular, but about the present, which is the 22nd of May, 2021, right? So this reflection happened because some people on the internet, in social media, which is a beautiful mirror that replicates our horrors and most of the time our worst features and characteristics. It's a drawing, and I don't remember who created it, but you'll know what I'm talking about probably very quickly. It's a hand with a symbol. It has, like, let's say, a jacket or whatever. It's a hand with a symbol here that represents a power, right? Whatever you deem as a power, oppressing some just common folks there, protesting against the power or criticizing the power, right? And it's squashing them. And the message below the drawing is something like, if you want to know who rules over you, see who you are unable to criticize, right? Which goes beyond, like, cancel culture. That's a real cancel culture. So in principle, devoid of all symbols, that's an interesting concept. See who you cannot criticize, and you will understand who is ruling over you, or who's pulling most of the strings in a certain topic, right? So this is the principle that I like to call the action that is let me create it. You know, I'm improvising. There is no script here. So it is the idea that is proven by the repressive action, right? Because a lot of people have had to, along the years, right? This is not new. They have had to delete the post and then issue an apology because the lobby that was representing whatever symbol they chose to put in that hand, squashing people, achieved their objective, which was to squash the criticism. Do you see the paradox there? Someone is criticizing a power by saying that I am unable to criticize them because of how powerful they are, and then the same lobby makes them delete and retract their post, which is insanely funny in a way. And this is, of course, linked to the United States-Israeli axis. Naturally, some people unaware that the symbol that the fathers and mothers of the Israeli nation and the forefathers and foremothers of Zionisms did was to take a religious symbol, and besides they not believing at all in religion and in that one and only God, they put that seal on the flag, right, to in a way hijack something that didn't belong to them and that had existed for 3,000 years and probably more. So sometimes people, when they post things, they need to understand the difference between, like, a religious symbol and then a flag, right? Because a flag is linked directly to a political ideology, which by chance happens to be quite supremacist, right? I should delete quite. But the real strong symbol there is the Star of David, which has a mystical meaning. It's linked to something so pure that cannot be tainted by politics, by ideology, at least from the religious perspective. So it is because that symbol that a lot of people around the world who are of the Jewish persuasion, right, who are part of the Jewish religion, oh, by chance, the Israeli state claims to be representing all Jews from all the world, but less than half of those Jews live in Israel. So there's a problem there, and I'm sure that at least 1% of all the Jewish folk living in the rest of the world, who are very well integrated in their societies, they don't give a fuck about Israel. But then they suffer the consequences of whatever that political state does, right? But I'm sure it's just 1%, not more. I'm quite sure. So creating this muddy scenario, whereas a political ideology hijacks a religious, and for me pure symbol, of course, which cannot be tainted, then they resort to tricks in order to shoot at critics, right? In this case, I'm going to take that heated topic out of the table for illustration's sake. Let's say I'm part of the toilet cleaners lobby, and our banner is what could it be? Like a sponge or like a toilet seat, right? It's like a toilet seat. So in this drawing, you see a hand squashing opposition of our powerful toilet cleaning lobby, and the hand here has our symbol, the toilet seat. So then I go and pressure them, bully them online with my army of trolls, and make them delete the post. And then they have to issue an apology. And then I prove the point. Me, the toilet cleaning lobby, is so powerful that I'm making it impossible for someone to criticize me. That works very well, right? Good. So, to recap, it's the idea that is confirmed by the repressive action. So, if you think cancel culture now is bad, look into beautiful Norman Finkelstein, who was denied tenure despite being recommended by everyone, including his students, because of his work in the Gaza Strip conflict, right? He himself being a Jew, right? He's Jewish, his family, part of, I don't know who in his family, but unfortunately they did die in concentration camps in Germany, right? So this is a man who has suffered firsthand, yet because he's been critical about some things which I'm sure are quite unfair and he shouldn't have, right? But he's been denied tenure, and he's seen his life disrupted completely. So this is a short video to say that cancel culture doesn't exist, of course, unless you go after those who are really pulling some powerful strings. And with that said, oh yeah, someone is pulling. I wanted to say something else, but hey, wait, oh no.